Hi everyone, this is Kara Levasseur. I'm going to be talking to you about Insight Advance. Um, Before we begin, I just want to kind of recommend Screencastify, which you can see the icon up here on the right has a little red dot because I'm recording. It's how I'm recording this today, and it's basically one screenshot you can move around on your desktop and record what you're doing. It's a free app and or free extension, and I highly recommend it. So Insight Advance I kind of came across it because I was looking into this past week, learning management systems. Our school actually is switching over to a different learning management system. So I'm kind of looking around and seeing different opportunities for apps and extensions for it. And then also with this class, I kind of wanted to research and see the upcoming trends with learning management systems and where things are going. Basically, a learning management system like what we use at Plymouth State is Moodle. Different school systems, K through 12 and universities in New Hampshire, a lot of them use Blackboard or Canvas or PowerSchool. And it's generally used for administrative purposes right now, or delivering content, collecting student responses and submissions, which is something that with this class and other classes at Plymouth that I'm sure all of us have taken, we're familiar with. But what I'm interested in is what if it can be more than that, and what are the trends moving forward? And that's kind of how I came across Insight Advance. Basically, what I think is going to happen, and from my readings, is that the goal with learning management systems is there's going to be a lot of changes to kind of really deepen the learning experience. You see different ties with adaptive learning systems, and the main idea is to kind of personalize learners' experience and cater to their particular needs, because a lot of times what you're seeing is in different classes, you're doing these submissions and responses, but a lot of people are missing being in that classroom experience. I love the online experience, but it's not for everyone. So it really brings up this issue. How do you make it feel like you're in the classroom without being in the classroom? And that's where these different learning modules are going to come into play. Insight Advance, I kind of came across it being, again, in a K through 12 and having my office offer the Library Media Center. I see a lot of student teachers coming in and having their professors come in and observe, and meeting them in the library to speak to them there, which really, if you've ever been to Plymouth Elementary School, it's a very open concept building. So it's not like they necessarily have quiet space for that. And at any given time throughout the year, we're seeing 10 to 20 student teachers come through the building and working with our classes. And I'm kind of wondering how these observations are being recorded. And we have a lot of video issues that are coming up now in schools. So I kind of just am interested in the feedback in that. And that's how I came across this. When I took my library media cert, in my technology integration cert, I had to record my class time, and I recorded these long 45-minute videos, and I did it with an iPad and uploaded it, and had my own personal reflection and had the teacher record reflection and notes at the end. But I felt like there really could have been more to it. And what I'm finding with advanced feedback is you can upload your video and you can watch it, your professor can watch it, and at specific times you can stop and record comments, and it really deepens the learning experience. And it's a different way for the teacher to be able to, or the professor to put different resources in here and really dial down and get specifics put in. Besides basic information, teacher goals, you can create a teacher survey, to kind of talk about framework and curriculum and where different things come into play there, and be really specific. So that way, on the student wise, you don't feel like the professor is missing a specific part of the curriculum that you focused on or worked hard on. You can put that in here instead of in a separate essay, which is not working in conjunction together. It brings it into one polished piece where you really feel like everything you're doing is being observed. And even this goes a step beyond having the professor sitting in class with you observing, where, distractions can occur. There's different behavioral issues that can occur. And if these things happen that you're not expecting, it's a great way to assess how you dealt with it and how you moved forward. So I think that we're going to see a lot of different learning management system apps and extensions like this come out. But I think when it comes to education and education majors and how the observations are done, I think this is going to be the use of this type of video observation to provide feedback and support for teacher candidates is going to be an educational trend that we're going to see happening more and more. And even just in this year, I think this trend is kind of going to explode, not necessarily with this application. I'm sure there's a lot of other applications out there that might be a little bit more cost effective. This is something that you actually have to purchase and try. There's going to be some different apps out there, but it's something that is going to really deepen the teacher's journey, and teachers will be able to show off their knowledge and their skills and dispositions, and teacher candidates will be able to use personal classroom videos to upload to the platform to select different parts of it and to be able to show off their curriculum skills and what they've worked on, the classroom management, interaction with students. They'll also be able to, as I said, share the videos with the peers and receive feedback from one another, which can be a really good opportunity for collaboration, which is so key right now in education, is collaboration, be able to work with each other. I think these digital and professional learning communities will allow teacher candidates to receive more support from their professors as well. They'll be able to discuss and view content a little bit more, almost not necessarily in real time, but have those comments made very quickly, and to be able to go back and see specifically where they went wrong and what they need to fix. So again, this is Insight Advance, and again, I really think that we're going to start seeing learning management systems going with this trend. But for anyone who is working with educational candidates, I think this is definitely worth a look at, and not just this, but see what else is out there. But I think this is something that we're going to see a lot more of. And I know that I myself am going to look more into this, not necessarily for the teacher candidate end of it, but where I am in the K through 12, this is something, not necessarily this, but a similar concept that I'm going to recommend to our principal and vice principal, because they have to go around and observe teachers and be able to give feedback. And I think this might be a great thing for us to be able to give these live action notes. So I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks.